Welcome. Today we are having celebration of a mathematics day. Today also we are having science conference in mathematical domain in Vedic mathematics concept wise. We are taking up the aspect of Vedic source of Ganita Sutras. The source of Ganita Sutras being Vedic is having some conceptual difference in the minds of some of the scholars. The Vedas, as have reached us, or as composed scriptures, these scriptures are having a particular format of organization of the knowledge. Though entire Vedic knowledge has not reached us in composed form, but still the source scripture, Sakal Rigved Samhita, has reached us intact from its first syllable to its last syllable. The traditions as are being faithfully respected, or that the entire range of values of Vedic mathematics, Vedic sciences, Vedic technologies, and all other disciplines of Vedic origin and Vedic domain are lively within the values of Rigved Samhita. Vedic knowledge as Vedas and a sense of Vedas as Vedanta and Vedanta as Ved Trai, Upanishads, Brahma Sutra, and Srimad Bhagavad Gita preserve as that the first principles are lively within Vedanta Trai, and as Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the essence of Vedic values, therefore the sadhakas fulfilled with intensity of virtue to be face to face with the first principles of Vedic knowledge shall visit the knowledge and organization of the text of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita preserves as that Om Iti Ekakshar Brahm, being the first principle, being the source principle, and the sadhakas fulfilled with intensity of urge to evaluate whether or not a particular scripture is of Vedic family shall go to the shelter of this principle, Om Iti Ekakshar Brahm. We can be consciously evaluating the source of Ganita Sutras. Vedic source of Ganita Sutras can be tested by the touchstone of the first principle, Om Iti Ekakshar Brahm. Therefore, let us first take note as that Om Iti Ekakshar Brahm is the first principle of Vedic knowledge to determine particular scripture to be of Vedic scripture family. This mantra, this principle, this source formulation, Om Iti Ekaksharam Brahm, well preserves as that the Akshar Samamnai, the letters alphabet as is Devanagari, and Sankhya Ek, numbers values alphabet. So Ank Samamnai and Akshar Samamnai are parallel to each other. It is this value, it is this virtue, it is this feature, principle which flows from this source formulation Om iti ek aksharam brahm, soul syllable Om as its end fruit value is that the numbers and the letters are synonyms. They preserve and work out and lead to the parallel processing steps. Therefore, to start insight absorption, we have to be face to face with as to how we can reach at numbers alphabet from the letters alphabet, or otherwise how to reach at letters alphabet from the numbers alphabet. Mool Ank, the basic numbers are 1 to 9, and the Mool Akshar are Swaras, which are also 9. Therefore, to have a reach from the letter alphabet, Devanagari alphabet, to the numbers alphabet, we have to have association of numbers values to the individual letters. This is called Divya Ank Vyavastha, transcendental code values. The transcendental code values of 9 alphabets are the basic Mool Ank numbers 1 to 9. The first vowel accepts association of number value 1, and in sequence vowels 1 to 9 permit association of numbers 1 to 9. Like that, the 5 cross 5 Varga consonants as 5 cross 5 grid as is set up of 5 rows and 5 columns, accept association of values for first row as 1 to 5, for second row 2 to 6, third row 3 to 7, for fourth row 4 to 8, and for fifth row 5 to 9. A step ahead, quadruple anthasta letters Ya, Ra, La, Va accept association of values 1, 3, 5, 7, and quadruple Uchmana letters Sh, Sa, Sh, H accept association of quadruple numbers 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, and 9. And finally, 8 Yama letters, associations of numbers values 9 to 16. Therefore, the sadhakas fulfilled with intensity of urge to reach at numbers alphabet parallel to the letters alphabet shall have this tabulation in their front. The letters alphabet, Devanagari alphabet, as it is, will lead to the numbers alphabet as is tabulated here as sheet 38.2. This tabulation flows from the first mantra, the basic mantra, Om iti ekaksharam Brahm. Therefore, once we are having a parallel alphabets as letters alphabet and numbers alphabet, then the subsequent chase becomes simple. It will get simplified is further to determine the Vedic source of Ganita Sutras will become convenient once we are at the initial stage or parallel with this organization of letters alphabet and of the numbers alphabet. These values as being designated as transcendental code values as such become the placement values of the letters in the Devanagari alphabet. It is this feature which as such is going to be the foundational feature, and as such we shall imbibe this value. It is with imbibing of this value that we will be in a position to appreciate as that the word formulations, the words, the word compositions, like say Devanagari, which avails particular set of letters of Devanagari alphabet itself, will carry along with them the values of placements attached with these letters. So Devanagari, which is availing the letter Da, the fourth letter of the fourth row of the Varga consonants, and as such, as per its placement, value comes to be 6. And then the second letter in the composition of Devanagari is the sixth vowel. It also accepts associations of number value 6. Like that, all the letters of word formulation Devanagari give a total value as 77. Likewise, if we compute the values of 9 vowels, 5 by cross Varga consonants, Anthastha letters and Ushmana letters, together with the TCV value of the formulation Devanagari, it gives us the total grand sum value equal to 283. It is parallel to the total number of letters being availed for the composition of 16 Ganita Sutras. This way is the first test in terms of which Ganita Sutras acquire membership of the family of Vedic scripture. It is this initial feature which will help us have appreciation of the organization formats of Vedic script. Now, as we have seen that our starting point is the source formulation Om iti ek aksharam Brahm, and in terms thereof, at first we have reached at the parallel organizations of letters alphabet and of the numbers alphabet. Technically, letters alphabet is designated as Akshar Samamnai, and the numbers alphabet is designated as Ank Samamnai. It is the Ank Samamnai which is preserving the mathematics, sciences, and technology. The letters alphabet and Ank Samamnai being parallel, as such, each and every word formulation of Vedic scriptures becomes the mathematical formulations, mathematical formula. It is this feature which deserves to be appreciated at the outset. It is this technique, this success of the Vedic system which deserves to be appreciated as our present day, our modern systems of organization of knowledge being of different formats and being of different axioms, so many times difficult for the mental states to go parallel with the ancient wisdom, ancient axioms, ancient format of organization of knowledge. The Vedic system's success to organize whole range of knowledge as a single discipline is there only because of having attainment of numbers alphabet parallel with the letters alphabet. Now let us proceed to appreciate as to how this source formulation Om iti ek akshar Brahm is preserving the processing steps as the inner structures, inner folds, inner values, inner organization features of this formulation. This mantra, this formulation, this composition, this principle as Om iti ek akshar Brahm at the outset deserve to be converted into parallel numbers of values for these formulations as Om, which will lead to TC value, transcendental code values, parallel with the letters of the formulation Om as 16. The formulation iti will lead to value 8. Formulation ek leads to value 8. Value aksharam leads to value 22. And formulation Brahm leads to value 28. Therefore, to have touchstone of this principle or having a test for particular scripture to be of features of entitlement to be member of the Vedic scriptures families. The TCV values conversion for the formulation is going to provide us insight as to how we have to proceed further. Now, the formulation O, which is setting TC value 16, takes us to the family of word formulations of TC value 16. See, the formulation Jeev being is also of TC value 16, and the formulation Pran as well is of TC value 16. The formulation Beach is also of TC value 16. As such, we see that the formulation Om as a formulation of TC value 16 is leading us to the entire range of formulations of TC value 16. Of these, Pran, Jeev, Beach are the prominent illustrations. From here itself, it will be evident to us as that the formulation Om iti ekakshar Brahm at the initial stage of their conversion into TC values is going to lead us to a very rich domain. This domain of formulations of equal TC values is such classified domain that a very big attainment stands achieved in terms of it. The achievement comes to be that whole range of word formulations get classified as classes of word formulations of equal TCV values. Therefore, this step results into a classification of whole range of word formulations of letters of Devanagari alphabet into classes of word formulations of equal TC values, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. This way, the entire vocabulary of Devanagari alphabet letters gets association of number values. It is this feature, it is this attainment, it is this classification which is going to provide us structural keys, and these structural keys are going to open the doors for bigger and bigger mathematical domains for us. The formulations, as these are, as the expressions of mathematical values in terms of numbers, so the next reach is to have a reach at their geometric formats. This would mean that firstly, we are having a reach from the letters alphabet to numbers alphabet. And then at next step, we shall be having a reach from numbers alphabet to the geometric formats. Parallel to the artifices of values of number exist dimensional frames. It is this comprehension, it is this insight, it is this enlightenment of Vedic systems as that parallel to artifices of numbers exist dimensional frames is of prime importance. In fact, it is a very big breakthrough, as that the artifices of numbers and dimensional frames run parallel to each other is a comprehension, is an insight, is an enlightenment in terms of which Vedic systems are successful to explore the existence phenomenon of our solar universe within frames and even without frames, including the existence phenomenon within human body. Therefore, the sadhakas are fulfilled with the intensity of urge to be parallel with the Vedic systems shall approach this formulation Om iti ek akshar Brahm, and it is this reach which is to be attained by us. Therefore, from next session, I shall be taking up these features one by one and in the sequential organization of formulation Om iti ek akshar Brahm. Thank you very much.